What is good, Prima Gang? It's your girl, PrimaDiva. With Gigantamaxing being revealed this week, it's gotten everyone hyped, including me. It's basically Mega Evolution and Z-moves combined, and I'm very much a fan. However, we don't know if only Galar Pokemon can experience this awesome phenomenon. So far, we only know that they're very rare, so that's quite nice of a reward to find, that's for sure. But which other Pokemon will get Gigantamax? Well, I'm here today to give you all my top 10 Pokemon that need to Gigantamax, Part 1. First up is a very obvious but hilarious one, and it is Wailord. I'm sure everyone has seen the memes of Wailord Dynamaxing and destroying a building or even the whole world, but what would be even more devastating than that? Well, Gigantamax, making this Titan-sized will even more destructive. It's already, so far, the biggest Pokemon on Earth, so why not make it the biggest Pokemon in the whole universe with Gigantamaxing? I also definitely think Wailord deserves some boost in its stats, since they aren't really too good. And maybe even add a Steel type because it knows Heavy Slam, and you know Heavy Slam would do so much damage if Gigantamaxed. Next up is a Pokemon from Galar that people have already loved to death, including myself. I'm talking about the amazing, adorable, Wooloo. It's unsure right now whether Wooloo will have an evolution or not, but if it doesn't get one, it definitely deserves a Gigantamax. I mean, just imagine the possibility! And the wool! So much wool and softness, enough for the entire region. Or maybe it just loses all its fur, or grows horns, or stands on its hind legs, or maybe even a combination of all of that. There's just way too much crazy ideas that they could do with Wooloo. I, for one, would love to see our fluffy god and master in battle if it were to Gigantamax. So, outside of popular Pokemon gaining Gigantamax, I think it's even better if some forgotten Pokemon got them. I mean, it's basically Mega Evolution 2.0, and one Pokemon that deserves this most of all is Flygon. When ORAS came out, we all thought for certain that Flygon would get a Mega Evolution. Everyone and their grandmother wanted it to happen. And they were planning to make one for Flygon, but apparently they couldn't think of a design, which is a really lazy excuse in my opinion. Flygon has always been the second best at being ground and dragon, thanks to Garchomp taking all its glory. But with Gigantamax, this could change, and Flygon could literally easily trample over Garchomp. If they're gonna change its typing, I really hope it'll be Dragon Bug, because that's what Flygon was always meant to be in my opinion. I mean, look at it, it looks like an insect. Give it Bug Buzz, maybe give it Compound Eyes, you know, if Gigantamax changes the ability of the Pokemon and all. And finally give it the love and respect it's been deserving for all these years. Two Pokemon that already had very different sizes from small to big are Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist. Since they were also confirmed to be in the Galar decks, I honestly think either Pumpkaboo or Gourgeist would make a great addition to Gigantamaxing. Which actually makes me wonder if it's only going to be achieved by final evolutions or not. But I do think that it is possible, because after all, the original person who talked about Gigantamaxing, you know, who leaked it, talked about Meowth looking like a long cat, and Pikachu looking like a retro fat Pikachu. So that could definitely open up a lot of possibilities for other Pokemon. I say this because just imagine an enormous plum pumpkin just exploding in size on the battlefield, having seeds or maybe flowers pop out of it, or having its pumpkin look even scarier. Same could be done for Gourgeist, make its hair longer, its pumpkin, again, scarier, and its eyes even more piercing. They could also maybe gain the fairy type and have candy all around them, really embodying the spirit of trick-or-treating. I think the Galar region could use some massive spooks, literally, and I think these two would be a great addition. One of the amazing new Pokemon announced was Alcremie, and it's definitely my favorite so far, and of course its Gigantamax form, which looks amazing. I mean, it's an enormous cake. It looks so good and kind of delicious in a way. Although, I'm wondering, is the cake actually its body, or is it just standing on top of the cake? Anyway, I think Vanillux, yes, the ice cream Pokemon, should get a Gigantamax form. First of all, James Turner is behind the art direction of these games, and since he created Vanillux and everyone was hating on it when it first came out, I think it deserves a Gigantamax form just for those reasons alone. Doing an ice cream cake would be a neat idea, but it'd basically just be the same as Alcremie, but just with ice. So I was thinking instead of an ice cream cake, how about an ice cream mountain instead? Just think, there's giant mountains made of ice all over the region, but in secret they could actually be Gigantamax Vanilluxes. And yes, that means as much ice cream as you can possibly eat until you get sick. Hooray for tummy aches. Although, better not to eat that ice cream because it's not really ice cream, just snow. Just be sure to stay away from the yellow Gigantamax Vanillixes. And that's it for now. Part 2 will be up within the next few days. I'm kind of trying to write shorter videos right now, so please give me your input on that. But what do you think of these Gigantamaxed ideas? Are you a fan of Gigantamaxing or not? Please comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and subscribe for more Pokemon awesomeness. If you want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon, and also consider checking out my Discord, both in the description below. With that being said, I hope y'all will have a good day, night, or morning, and as always, take care.